What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We back here with another home free reaction. This time we checking out their song Traveling Soldier, and it looks like this is going to be another tearjerker. Okay, so trying to prepare myself. Whew. Sometimes there is no preparing yourself when it comes to home free, man. Sometimes you just gotta shut up and turn it up and just let the feels ride. So that's exactly what we gonna do.
Days past 8.
Oh, hold on. Here we go.
2 days past 18, she was waiting for the bus in her army green. Sat down in a booth in a cafe nearby, gave her order to a guy in a thin black tie. She's a little shy, so we gave her a smile, and she said, would you mind sitting down for a while and talking to me? I'm feeling a little low. He said, I'm off in an hour and I know where we can go. So they went down and they sat on the pier. Said, I bet you got a girlfriend, but I don't care. I got no one to send a letter to. Would you mind if I send one back here to you? Traveling soldier, our love will never end. Waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone. When the letter says the soldier's coming home.
Okay, so, oh my goodness. Okay, I see what's going on, right? I kind of get the premise of it, but I'm starting to kind of worry about, when she doesn't send a letter back, because that's where it's funny because when I'm listening to the narrative and everything, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be great, it's something you look forward to. It's an amazing thing, you sending letters to each other and expressing love and everything. But then I for some reason I just immediately thought what it would feel like to lose that, and that would, ooh, that's tough right there, right? Just waiting for a letter and it's not coming back. Another thing that I found interesting about this is sometimes when I'm listening to songs, especially when it's about the military, is usually told from the guy that's going off and the woman that's left home, whether it be she's there alone or there with children, but the roles are reversed here. And that's very interesting, right? It's interesting they decided to go that way. But very upbeat, right? Very upbeat beginning, and I'm hoping that it doesn't have an extremely sad turn. Oh, and another thing, when they all went high in those pitches, when they all went high in the notes, that harmony was beautiful, beautiful harmony. Okay.
So the letters came once a week at least from Oklahoma, then the Middle East, and she told him of her heart. It might be love and all of the things she was so scared of. She said, when it's getting kind of rough over here, I think of that day sitting down at the pier, and I close my eyes and see your handsome smile. Don't worry, but I won't be able to write for a while. I cried, you'll never want to hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end. Waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone. When the letter says the soldier's coming home.
This is wonderful.
One Friday night at a football game, the Lord's Prayer said and the anthem sang. A man said, folks, would you bow your head for the list of the local army dead? Crying all alone under the stands was a piccolo player in the marching band, and one name read, and nobody really cried but a single guy in a thin black tie. I cried, you're never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again, never more to be alone. When the letter says a soldier's coming home.
Oh my goodness. Well, I did. Hold on. I was. Oh my goodness. She passed away. Oh my goodness. I mean, I can't imagine that, man. First off, thank you who are in the military for your sacrifice and your service to this country. You are why I'm allowed to enjoy the freedoms that I do have, that many overlook. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay. It's definitely something not easy to do, to give your life to a cause. Okay. Thank you very much. This is very tough. I've never, experienced something like this. The only thing that I've experienced, it just kind of, communication is 100% key, when it comes to relationships, especially if it's somebody abroad or somebody in the military. It's you look so forward to those letters, and it's their handwriting. It came from them. It's, oh my goodness. I'm assuming that she died, right? The guy that came up and started saying that, you know, um, nobody cried except for the guy in the pinstripe tie when they said the name. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. That's Oh my goodness. When they broke away and started doing kind of like the little sad singing, that's when, man, I knew something was happening, man. I knew something. Now, a reason, now, this touches me a little bit differently, because me and my wife went to different colleges, and as a teenager, not a teenager, but going into college, things are a little bit rough between both of us, but we ended up making it. But a lot of that was um communication. We do a whole lot of video calls, and we actually did write letters. And I really loved her. I still love my wife. I loved her in college, and I was able to persuade temptation mostly because of, letters. We wrote letters to each other, even in the age of FaceTime and video calls and phone calls. We wrote letters because it just had that little personal touch. It's your handwriting. Nobody else can replicate this. It's the last thing that you touched. It had a sentimental feeling to it, and I think we still got some of those letters. And there'll be times where I would FaceTime her or I would call her or something like that, and I would think she wouldn't answer because she's like, off with another girl. I mean, not girl, off with another guy. But that time never came. But I always feared that. And I think that's probably why when I was watching this video, that once I saw that they were exchanging letters, I immediately just thought to my experience. I'm like, that kind of gut, that feel, that you know what I'm saying, when your heart is there and then it just drops when something stops coming, something that you're looking forward to. And yeah, that's tough. This is a tough one, man. Great. I feel like because I was so wrapped up in what was going on, I couldn't necessarily appreciate the vocals and everything. Because my head was definitely just going all kinds of, running a million miles, different directions when they started singing. Because I was just like, oh my goodness, she died and everything. But oh my goodness. Okay, all right, okay. I'm gonna stop my rambling. um, Again, those of you who are serving, thank you for your service. Not an easy deed to lay your life on the line for a whole bunch of people that you haven't even met. And some of these people aren't even appreciative of the sacrifices that you've made. Well, I want to let you know that I am extremely appreciative and very, very much. I know you hear it 1,000 times, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for your service. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.